What's up, you guys? We're gonna get ready for the College World Series Fan Fest today. So I'm taking the Makeup Revolution Pot Concealer. I'd already primed my eyes, but this is just gonna conceal out any dark circles as well as create a nice base for the shadows that are gonna be going on. So I just apply that with a brush, blend it out with my beauty blender. I am still a Scotch tape lover. I always do this to get that crisp, nice angle on my eyes. I don't know if that's outdated, but I'm outdated, I guess. I'm going in with my Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette by Morphe. I'm taking that cream shade, the matte cream shade. We're just going to put this all over our eyes. I'm going with the Juvia's Place palette. I'm taking that middle shade. I don't have it in front of me, so I'm going to be honest. Don't really know the shade names, but I'm taking this mid-tone transition color in my transition shade. And on the other eye as well. And that's Juvia's Place. I don't know why I said Juvian. I don't know. But I'm taking this hot pink shade and we're going to go in the inner part of our crease, stopping right about the middle. Now I'm going in with this darker brown shade. We're going to go right in the outer corner here. And we're going to blend right in the middle to each other. And then I'm going to cut out my crease, do a cut crease, and then I'm going in with this beautiful dark like indigo blue. And we're actually going to go in the front half of our lid of our cut crease, and then we're going to go in the back half as well and stop right in the middle. I'm going to take this beautiful teal blue right in the middle. We're going to kind of create this smoky blue cut crease look today. I'm wearing a bright blue top, so this kind of goes with it perfectly. And I'm not doing eyeliner. I'm just using a black shadow as liner because it's going to be hot and sweaty and I'm not about to have eyeliner dripped on my face. But I'm using my Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base as my primer. This is also a really good like moisturizer for your skin as well, but I love it as primer. It feels so nice. It makes my makeup look so good, especially full coverage. I'm using the One Size Beauty primer, the Secure the Blur primer from One Size Beauty, Patrick Starr's brand. Got it at Sephora. I love this primer. Super lightweight, and I think it blurs out my pores really nicely. I'm just applying that in my T-zone. Unfortunately, you can't get anything Becca anymore. I'm being like one of those fun TikTok girls where you squirt it right on your face. This is the Becca Opal liquid highlighter. I like to apply this underneath as a base just so my skin looks a little bit more glowy because I am combo, so I can't really just not set my face. But I'm blending this out with my beauty blender just so that way I can get any additional product soaked up and it just looks a lot nicer. So I'm going to use this as a nice little base. And once I'm done, I'm going to look like Tin Man for a hot second, but that's okay. Brows, did off camera. I'm going to color correct under my eyes. I'm using the Becca. This is like, I think like the Backlight color corrector. It's in peach. So I'm going to use the peach shade under my eyes. And then I'm just going to blend it out with a brush so that way it doesn't look so harsh. The other color corrector that I'm going to be using is from LA Girl. It's super nice. It's like $3 from the drugstore, and I'm going to apply that like anywhere where I get like darker areas on my face, so kind of like on the sides of my mouth, in between my nose, and that's just areas where I get a lot of like darker hollow spots, and I'm just going to blend that out with the same brush, just the other side. And I kind of blend it out and up a little bit, as you can see, so it doesn't look so stuck into one spot. It kind of blends up through the face. I'm going in with this very old Anastasia cream contour palette, cream contouring the face, and then I don't really show that because I'm going to make a whole video on it, but I'm just taking some concealer in parts, just like my Fenty stick matchsticks and the Makeup Revolution one, and carving out areas where I want to just like keep the contour. I want to add some light. And then I tried being like the Instagram girlies with this foundation. This is the Juvia's Place I Am Magic foundation. Didn't really work out too well, so won't do that again with that, but I tried to be cool. Didn't really work out, but I'm blending this out with a foundation brush. And then I will go in with my beauty blender. It's just the Real Techniques sponge, and kind of go over some spots, make sure everything looks really smooth. This is an extremely full coverage foundation, so please have a very light hand. Obviously I like a full coverage look, so I tend to use quite a bit, but you know, just know it's full coverage. And then I'm gonna go in with the Milk Makeup little lit highlighter. It's a cream highlighter, and I'm going to go right on the top parts of my cheeks, add some highlight in there, and then I'm going to take my beauty blender with some more foundation. And I mainly apply this in areas where I want to be super beat, super full coverage. And yeah, I'm just blending that all in, and I usually do a second layer with the beauty blender. It's what I've done for years. I love how my foundation looks with it, so that is just what I'm doing. And make sure you blend in between the eyebrows. I'm taking the Milani Conceal and Perfect Concealer, and I'm going to apply this underneath all of my eyes and just in between the crevices of my nose, down the nose, chin, cupid's bow, on the sides of my mouth, forehead. You know the drill. I'm not light when it comes to concealer. Like, I can't be the girlies on TikTok where I just use a little tiny bit and call it a day. I have to be full beat. If I'm doing full glam, I gotta be full glam. So we're just gonna apply that, blend that out with my sponge. I personally love blending out concealer with a sponge. I think it looks so much better. Blends everything together, but also soaks up any additional product. I'm using the Rare Beauty blush in Love. I love this product. So beautiful. I'm using it on my cheeks and then down my nose and on my forehead because I like to look a little sun-kissed. Even though I apply bronzer and everything, I like to apply blush to my nose and forehead. So anywhere where I'm going to put blush is where I am basically putting this cream blush. We're going to blend that out. And then I'm going to go in, I don't show it, but I went in with my sponge with that concealer side again and just kind of blended everything together. I'm using the Coty Airspun loose setting powder to set my face. Basically set everywhere where I put concealer. And then I'm going to take a powder brush with a little bit more of that loose powder and just kind of tap everything in. Make sure there's no additional powder just like chilling on my face. Make sure everything looks nice and blended. I also do this because I tend to get really oily in the center of my face, so this kind of helps counteract that. Then I'm going in with my Maybelline Fit Me Powder. This is just more of like to brighten. I apply that to the center of my face, nose, forehead, and then I do a little under my eyes. I don't try to do too much, mainly just that center of the face, just to kind of bring some light back. Using my MAC Mineralized Mineralized Skin Finish Natural and Medium, just all over my face. This is just going to set the entire thing. As you can see, that glow is still showing through. And then this is not available anymore, sad, because Becca's out of business. But I'm using this highlighting powder. This is just more to bring some shine, like natural highlights to my face. This isn't like to actually like highlight. This is just going to bring some natural highlights, make sure I look like I'm glowy from within, bring back some shine so we don't look so matte. And then I'm going to set my face with the Makeup Forever Mist and Fix because I love this product. And then I'm taking just a dark brow gel. This one's by Maybelline, dark brown, and I'm setting my eyebrows again because with getting powder and everything in them, I just like to use a tinted just to make sure they look dark and they don't have a powder residue. Benefit Roller Lash on the lashes. And then I am going to apply falsies. Already did here. They're by Ardell. And I'm taking that mid-tone brown color again, and we're going to go right under the lower lash line, and then I'm basically going to do the same technique with the blues. I put the darker in the outer and the inner, and then the teal in the center, but I had to get super close to my mirror, so I didn't get a chance to show that. And then I'm taking the cream shade from the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2, and I'm putting that right on my brow bone, blending out with a brush with no additional product, just so everything blends together. I'm taking this really pretty white shimmery color right on the tops of my brow bone, so it really shines from the outer part. And then I'm taking my brush that I used at the beginning with that cream shade, the matte one, and we're going to put this basically right below our under eye towards the nose, and this is just going to brighten up that under eye area as well as like give us some highlights. And I'm going to apply that one shade to the inner corner. And then I'm taking my Morphe Glamour Bronze in Trailblazer. Love this bronzer. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous, like orangey red, so definitely have a light hand with it. But I'm gonna just bronze up my skin. I'm using this on my cheeks, my jawline, and then I am gonna go right down the middle of my neck. Just kind of creates the illusion of like a smaller neck. Then I take a little bit of a smaller brush, and this is where I do like my temples and forehead and everything. Just because that big brush can kind of mess up my brows, and I don't really like that. I'm now taking my Benefit Hoola bronzer and we're going to contour with this. This is like my favorite bronzer to contour with. I love it. I've been using it for years. Not this specific one, but just like the bronzer in general. And then I'm going to go right under the bottom part of my lip as well as down my nose. The lip just creates more of a poutier, larger bottom lip. And then I'm going down my nose. I don't really do anything crazy. I just contour down the sides, and then I'm going to take that loose powder again, and we're just going to do a little tiny bake under the contour. This just cleans up, makes everything look a little bit more structured. I'm going to do the same thing on the nose, clean it up, make it look a little bit more structured. I'm going to kind of go over the lines a little bit. It's going to help with blending. I'm taking this little mini Ciate blush. I'm pretty sure this is in the shade, like, Party, don't get me wrong. Oh, it's in the shade Date Night. Sorry, I lied. But I'm taking my MAC powder again, and we're going to marry the two together. So I'm basically stamping where that powder is and marrying the blush and contour together, so that way it blends super nicely. I'm going over with just a small layer of blush because I like that blush to pop. Sometimes marrying it can kind of take away the effect. Going on my cheeks, down my nose, kind of going in between my eyes and my cheeks to make a little sun-kissed glow on my forehead. Taking that same highlighting powder again right on the apples of my cheeks. Again, not available, but I like to do this to create a nice glow from within before I actually highlight. You don't have to do this. This is just what I like to do. It's just a nice little step, so that's why I do it. Now I'm going to set the face, and I'm actually going to highlight my face while my face is still a little bit damp. I like to do this just so the highlight really has a nice base to stick to and it shines. I'm taking the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. It's a beautiful highlighter. I love these highlighters by MAC. It's in the shade Double Gleam, and it's just gorgeous. These highlighting shades are 10 out of 10. If you've never tried the MAC highlighters, I definitely recommend that you do. But we're basically just going to intensely highlight on basically the tops of our cheekbones, above the eyebrow, chin. I'm taking this little tiny brush. We're going to do the nose, and then I am going to outline the Cupid's bow and create like little snot marks. I will blend them out, but that's just what it looks like at first. But it's just so that way when I apply my lipstick, it kind of makes my lip look a little bit more defined. And we're just going to blend that out just so that way I don't look a little crazy. It doesn't look super defined, but it also does look super nice. So, and then I'm taking my blush brush with no additional product and just kind of blending together that highlight and that blush. And then just, you know, a little run through, make sure everything looks intense. We're going to do a little tiny spritz just to make sure everything goes together super nicely. And then we're going to fix our hair, you know. And for lips, I used MAC Whirl and Kylie Cosmetics True Brown K lip liner. This is what it looks like in natural lighting. And that's pretty much what it looked like the whole time. So don't forget to like this video and subscribe. That way you guys can check out my channel, see what new uploads I do, and keep up with me. And follow my socials down below. Bye, guys.